You want to know what's the best thing about this chapter? This shit right here. What up?
What?
Homeless Jabroni. Say what you were gonna say, Johnny. You know you wanted
I was gonna say what up. That's a lot of fun. We were about to sync up going, yo, what up at the same time.
Homeless Jabroni. As you guys can see, I got a guest today. State your government for the internet peoples.
Jonathan Harker, or I don't really know, the mad theorist. I don't really have a moniker yet because I'm not really good with names, but I'm cool with etc. the theorist.
Etc. the theorist. That sounds pretty good. Don't you have the one YouTube video uploaded to your channel?
Yeah, the one.
I
have two, I think.
All right, so you want to link that? You want me to just send? I mean, they were pretty good videos. They were pretty good videos about One Piece. You know, the hockey video, and there was one review of the chapter of the one where you find out the Germa clone army.
Yeah,
I remember.
That was an interesting one.
Yeah, you reviewed that chapter.
That's one of the 12 chapters worth of damn in this whole arc.
Oh,
so
goddamn. Oh, we'll get to that in a minute. I'm gonna ask you to hold on tight to that shit. So, so we're gonna start off. So the first thing I want to get to, since it's literally the cover page, how do you fucking feel about these cover pages of the Straw Hat Grand Fleet arcs, mini arcs?
Keeping it a buck, the more I learn about the Straw Hat Grand Fleet, like, alright, I appreciate Oda's cover pages. Like, literally, period. I always do. I think they're really inventive. I don't see any other mangaka doing it. I don't see any other shonen doing it. For the longest, I've really appreciated them. If I'm being honest, the Straw Hat Grand Fleet is awesome. It pisses me off that Luffy doesn't use them at all, but we'll get to that later, I guess. I'm not really interested in anyone other than like Bartolomeo and Cavendish. Everyone else is like very bland to me.
I feel you.
I guess Orlumbus, just for the joke name. But I don't give a fuck about IDEO. Oh, can I curse? I guess I could curse. Fuck it.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
The Tontadas are cool, but like I'm not really.
I don't want to follow them little fairy niggas, man. I'm not trying to do that.
That's what I'm saying. It's one of those things where I'm like, when Bartolomeo was like wrecking that on that island and it turned out to be Shanks' territory.
Yo, that is the best Straw Hat Grand Fleet mini arc. It's the best one. I was like, yo, what's gonna happen next? Cavendish. I was like, oh, fuck. Like, bro, like, first of all, what island was that was under Shanks' protection? Like, that's a question that I have. Like, what island was that? Because it's just...
Well, I have a small theory about that, and I guess this is how we're gonna get used to teaser for anyone listening. You know, the one person being Tariq, or if you want to bleep that out, the weirdo. He's gonna be the only person other than Nestaku listening to this shit. I have a weird theory that if we look at everything Shanks has done, right, if we look at everything we've ever seen him in, Shanks is a minimalist in the story. He's not Whitebeard with like 3 commanders and like 10,000 people. He's not Big Mom with like 90 people. Kaido with 10,000 Zoans or 10,000 whatever the fuck. I know it's Kaido with 1,000, but I want to say there's a chapter where they reference he has like 10,000 army, whatever.
Right.
Shanks has one ship. Shanks has a ship. We've only ever seen one territory. That was his island. I have a funny feeling that Bartolomeo wrecked shit on Shanks' island. Because it doesn't really seem like if Shanks had such a big territory, we would have seen it by now.
Right.
You know, Kaido's was really Dressrosa. I mean, you could say Doflamingo, but Doflamingo worked for Kaido.
Exactly.
Big Mom's had Fishman Island, and Whitebeard had Fishman Island before that. And she has mad other islands. The only island we know of that Shanks has is his. So I have a feeling Shanks was like, yo, who fucking with the beer? And Bartolomeo's like, fuck you, I'll piss on you. Some Conqueror's hockey. Now Bartolomeo's his bitch on a dog collar. He's like, yo, I'm the one that trained Luffy. Bartolomeo starts sucking Shanks off. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm fully hoping.
Alright, I could fuck with that. Like, honestly, it makes mad sense, though. Because, like you said, Shanks is a minimalist. I can't see that nigga owning mad islands or owning mad territory.
Yeah, and that's why I heavily stress that I believe Shanks is the pirate king. Fuck Teach. fuck Kaido, fuck Big Moms.
Oh yeah,
I don't even think
I really do believe Shanks is the strongest nigga in the story, bar none. Like, he is the top dog.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta recognize that, like, Whitebeard, from our assumptions, right? Just from what we've been given, and Oda does a great job of giving you fucking nothing on everyone. Whitebeard was an almost direct contender with fucking how can I forget this nigga's name already? Goldie Roger. Like, they were straight up almost neck and neck. Obviously Goldie Roger won, he bar out, whatever. But Shanks with one arm, like, just equaled out Whitebeard and was like,
yeah,
Julio.
Yeah. They say that the losing of his arm doesn't affect his power at all in the slightest. I'm like, bro, what? What does this nigga do?
I want to say there's a chapter. I can't remember if there's an SBS or if there's a chapter where it's stated that Mihawk's only competitor was Shanks, and after Shanks lost an arm,
he didn't want to duel the nigga.
Yeah, he was like, oh, it's not as fair anymore. So I'm now the best swordsman alive. Because. And it's like, what? That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, bro.
That's bananas.
This shit's crazy. Back to the cover pages. I don't know how to feel about this Hydruden arc coming. That's starting up with this shit. The most interesting thing about it is that they worked for Buggy. I think Buggy's a very underrated character in my opinion.
You know how I see Buggy? I see Buggy as, and this isn't anything new or crazy. I'm not the first one to say this. I see Buggy as like the most shit tier person on Goldie Roger's boat, right?
Yeah.
But he serves two purposes. The first purpose he serves is to show, yo, even the most whack nigga on that ship is a Shichibukai.
Yep.
You could argue power. You can't argue influence.
That's true.
You can't argue that. And the second thing that Buggy serves is that Buggy is the only, and I this other than Alvida, but Alvida I kind of see almost as a gag because we rarely see her.
Alvida's kind of interesting. The fact that she stuck around with Buggy this long kind of is eyebrow raising.
And that's what I was gonna say. Buggy's the only real consistent villain Luffy's had. I'd make the argument for Crocodile being Luffy's real first villain, but
Crocodile is kind of he's in frenemy territory now. He's kind of anti-hero frenemy territory.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, for me, Crocodile was. I feel like if you read One Piece from the beginning, Crocodile is going to be your turning point, whether you really like the series or not.
Oh yeah, most def.
Because the whole thing with Alabasta is like, you know, wild crazy, wild interesting, but the fights where Luffy's about to die every time, and just somehow makes it that's the real turning point for people, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, especially since that was one of One Piece's earlier arcs, and a lot of people love Alabasta, son. A lot of people. That was like the Dressrosa arc of the first part of One Piece.
I could agree with that, especially because I feel like, if I'm being honest with you, I feel like Marineford, which is great, I love it, everyone does, it's a universal love, I feel like it's getting overhyped.
It is. Don't get me wrong, the shit that went down there was crazy, but then like when I went back and rewatched those episodes, there was very little fighting. It was just really cool people there fighting, but that's pretty much it.
Marineford is the shout out contest where it's like Marco the Phoenix, Vista. I forgot the Diamond nigga's name. The
Diamond Jozu. Like, Diamond Jozu.
Jozu, yeah. Fucking all these people just appear. We see Doflamingo fight for the first time. Matt, like,
I love that scene where he fucking takes off Crocodile's head, and it's like, but wait, Doflamingo has Haki, and Crocodile we can assume that he also has Haki as well. Maybe not at that time, who knows, who fucking knows really, but the fact that he didn't kill Crocodile right then and there is kind of bullshit.
Well, what I was gonna say is I love Doflamingo's part during the war where he pulls Gecko Moria to the side, is like, yo.
Oh yeah, he was like, yo nigga, you whack.
He was like, yo, you fucked up. I gotta body you. Like, you ruining my name. I gotta kill you dead.
Oh, man.
Whoa, what's going on?
Oh, man. But yeah, let's jump into the actual meat of the chapter for this one shot. Right? So
Jesus, we've been talking about everything
except the fucking fight itself. It's great. So, like, it's actually thank God the chapter itself is pretty goddamn simple. It is literally blow for blow, toe to toe, Katakuri, Luffy. So what I want to know from you right now is, what do you think? What will be your perception of this arc if Luffy beats Katakuri in the next couple chapters? Let's say.
This might sound real controversial.
This is the place, bro. This is the place.
This might cause wild static. But I sincerely believe that this might be Luffy's first real earned win against the big name. If he wins, I want him to win, because this would be his first time where he, no ass pull, no narrative, no assist. He won against someone who is incredibly strong, just top 0.0001% of the literally. Katakuri has to be, and I'm basing it off pure assumption here, but Katakuri should be at minimum admiral level or just under. And Luffy,
I can definitely agree with that.
Yeah, Luffy going 1v1 against that should be the first victory where we go, okay, Luffy's stronger, he's a serious contender. Every other, and we've spoken about this privately, every big fight Luffy's ever had, ever, against anyone, has never been solo dolo from beginning to end. None. You can't name a single one, because every single one had either some kind of assistance from another Straw Hat, or some multiple fights that Luffy should have died.
Or even with Don Chinja, it was a battle royale.
That's what I'm saying too. I mean, Don Chinja don't even really count, but if we want to go there, Don Chinja is severely old, and he even states that he's far weakened. He was stronger when he had the pointy tip in his head, and when he gets it, obviously he loses it again. But still, Luffy's biggest fight so far has been against Doflamingo, and even then...
Oh, he had mad help from Law, the citizens of Dressrosa, Sabo, because Burgess was about to come through and take his devil fruit. Nigga had mad help.
Not to mention, Luffy, after he went Gear 4th the first time, if it was a real fight, would have died.
Yeah.
Because Dofi took, what was it, Kong gun? To the face.
Yeah, and got up.
And he was like, oh, I guess we're playing real now. I was like, Luffy, you have a hard cap of 10 minutes. I hope you got something, and he didn't. I can't remember who. I want to say it was Zoro, but Zoro might have been fighting at the time. I remember someone pulling Luffy to the side and letting him rest until he got his haki back.
It wasn't Zoro. Zoro was fighting Pika at that time. It was this nigga Gats, the announcer nigga.
Yes, you're right. It's like, son... That's and that's what I like about One Piece. It's that Luffy's not ready.
Yeah.
At all.
And it's pretty interesting, right? Because when you compare Doflamingo with Katakuri, right? And there's another YouTuber that talked about this. His name is Best Guy Ever. Subscribe to him. He didn't like how Oda portrayed Doflamingo in Dressrosa. He felt it was inconsistent with how he was coming up. Because how he was coming up, he was kind of like this shady, drug kingpin overlord. But he's kind of like, when he fights him, when Luffy fights Doflamingo, he's this super ultra big badass that never ever fucking goes down. Nigga took a gamma radiation construct attack to the chest, and he was like, oh yeah, bro, I'm gonna stitch myself together. And it's like, bro, what? And he even states that, oh yeah, this isn't really medical treatment, this is a quick fix. But I'm like, you seem pretty good for a nigga that got stabbed with a gamma radiation knife, bro. So it's pretty interesting when you compare Doflamingo to Katakuri, because they have a lot in common. They're both these big, rough, tough, badass niggas, and we, as we were implying when we were discussing just now, Luffy, it's very hard to say definitively when he was fighting Doflamingo that he's straight up better than him. A lot of people would say no, as a result of that fight. But if he beats Katakuri in these next few chapters, or when this arc finishes, whenever he does, but in these next coming months, if he beats Katakuri, I will say that he is confirmed above Dofi. He is confirmed above Dofi, because Snake Man and the shit Luffy pulled in this chapter is wild. It's dead ass wild.
Well, another thing that I want to highlight, and a bunch of YouTubers have been talking about this, I'm gonna shout out a couple of them.
Go ahead. This is the place, bro.
Rogers Base.
Damn. It sucks, man.
He's cool. Brago D Ace. Dope. Obviously King of Lightning and Teching.
Hey everybody, Teching 101.
For sure.
Oh yeah.
Sawyer 7.
So if Black Panther's suit can absorb kinetic energy and then unleash it, does that mean that he could literally charge up his own suit by hitting himself?
And then someone that jumps on Brago's podcast and live streams, Theory 2. That dude's nice. That dude actually straight up. I generally have a lot of issues with a lot of YouTubers where I'm like, how do you not understand this, or how do you not get this, or really I feel like we're understanding the chapter or what's been happening differently. Especially where a lot of people love this arc, and I'm like, I don't.
That's the most interesting thing about this YouTube community for anime reviewers, because they all have mad different opinions. Like Chibi Reviews, nigga thinks Cracker is whack, and I'm like, bro, what? I'm like, okay, he has a stupid ass power. Don't get me wrong. I hate the fact that he has a biscuit power, but the nigga's not garbage. Let's chill out.
No, Cracker, if he was introduced before the time jump, would have bodied almost everyone. Like, he would have like killed almost every. And this is what's interesting too. And I'll get to this point in a second. I'll put it to the side. Okay, to get to this chapter and to like tie everything together. Right. Luffy by now has effectively trained with Katakuri. You know, like his
pretty much
blossomed.
Pretty much.
I feel like Oda wrote the Haki blossoming thing specifically because he felt what I feel, where a lot of people just aren't understanding the implications. He has to baby talk them through the narrative, where it's like, Haki is a metaphor, right? Whatever, I'm not even going to get into that shit. But, yes, training makes you stronger. Fighting stronger people makes you better. Fighting Katakuri, Luffy is taking it and growing fucking exponentially. He has been fighting for like 20-something hours.
Yo, bro, it's ridiculous. Niggas in One Piece have crazy stamina, endurance, and durability. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, even going back to pre-time skip, remember when we got the backstory for Ace and how he fought Jinbei for like 3 days?
Yeah. Or the famous one everyone wants to bring up, Punk Hazard.
Yeah. Yo, how long was them niggas fighting for? Like a week?
Yeah, and they changed the entire environment.
I'm like,
they changed the weather.
I'm like, this shit is ridiculous. So we can establish already right there that One Piece niggas are like they're kind of broken. Like, just like base humans are just kind of broken.
No, hell yeah. I mean, when we start talking about shit, we gotta really start like examining things and going.
Wait, what? Oh, okay. I was like, I was like, why? I was like, why did he just stop right there? I was like, the nigga had a good train of thought going.
I know, my pasta's halfway through, so I'm gonna start making my crepes.
Yeah, he's making pasta, guys, as he's doing this video with us.
Hashtag Valentine's dinner surprise, I guess. Whatever.
Nigga, it's like 3 days after Valentine's.
Yeah, Valentine's Day was on a fucking Wednesday, my guy. I don't really have much choice here.
Oh shit. But yeah, go ahead.
So here's the biggest thing for me, where we can all go, yes, Luffy's training, Luffy's learning, Luffy's doing all these things. And what makes me happy as a fan is that I feel like he's earned it. Where I was a Naruto fan, I still am, and I'm okay with Boruto. But my issue with Boruto, Naruto, my issue with almost every shonen is that it doesn't always feel like the main protagonist has earned the right. You know, like, I'm the best in the world, or like, really, like, there's always, and I say this as a metaphor, not really, I don't know what the fuck to call it. There's always gonna be a Kakashi, someone who's like, yeah, they earned it. They stuck it. They learned the ropes. They are the best in the world, not you. You, an antagonist, main guy, didn't earn it. Like, you could make a very serious argument that Krillin is a way better person to learn from than Goku, because Krillin is a human.
The way he applies key techniques is fucking ridiculous. Like, compared to Goku, like Dragon Ball shit now is just a lot of blowing shit up.
That's what I'm saying. Where it's like, even reading Dragon Ball, Goku has a literal advantage from birth, and Krillin in the first, up until the time skip where they become teenagers, Krillin is just under Goku, and Krillin even pulls up to Master Roshi. Like, here's the craziest part. Master Roshi is like, yo, the reason he even accepts Goku is because in the first introduction of Roshi, when he takes out the fire from the island, he uses Kamehameha. Goku learns how to do it just by watching him does it, and Master Roshi's like, yo, you're talented. If you want, pull up whenever. And then Goku takes the offer and he's like, fuck, I didn't really mean that. Oopsie. But at the same time, Krillin also pulled up. And Krillin ran across the desert, pulled up on a boat, and was ready. If Goku wasn't there, Krillin would... Yo, you gotta... Like, this is the thing that blows minds when I have these conversations with people. Like, it really smokes minds when people shit on Krillin, because it's like, yo, you gotta realize, this regular kid who's, like, 10, regular human child... He did the same things Goku was doing, training with Roshi. He had hundreds of pounds on his back.
Oh yeah,
traveling miles a day,
fucking digging up the dirt and making the fucking rows to farm on with their bare hands and shit. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Like uprooting all the crops.
Exactly, daily. And this you could have, and this is why I think Toriyama is an interesting writer. I would say good, I do say good, but I want to say he's more interesting than anything else.
Yeah.
When they take off the shells and they both jump, Krillin is like 10 feet under him. Goku is like, wow! And Krillin's like, oh, you went a little higher than me. But the gap isn't that big.
Yeah, bro.
At all. Like, and that's what I feel is Luffy. Luffy's finally Krillin as a protagonist, where Luffy isn't the strongest in the world by a big margin. He's probably gonna get fucking destroyed by Kaido.
Yo, the nigga's a problem though. Like no average Joe could just stroll up to Luffy and try to press him. Like Luffy's a problem, son. Like,
right, but we saw Luffy from shit tier to become the problem.
Which is true. I mean, honestly, if we're being completely honest here, I would say like at the beginning of the series, Luffy has a better start than Naruto or Ichigo, power scaling wise, because Luffy trained in his devil fruit abilities since he was a kid, running around the forest with Sabo and Ace and shit. Ichigo, he literally just gets his powers like in that first episode when we see it. And Naruto, he was born and he had the fucking nine-tail sealed in his body, but like nigga ain't know about that shit for a little. Like he just knew there was the lore around it. He didn't really know about the shit, and he sucked at ninjutsu. Luffy knew how to fight when we first come into One Piece.
I agree, and that's what I think is. I think it's interesting that we got to see that backstory where Luffy gets the devil fruit and he starts learning how to train. Ace and Sabo are both better than him.
Right.
But, because they're older. But what I think is the most interesting thing to me, though, about Luffy's progression is that he has Alvida, which, and I say this, I think she started out as a gag character and Oda...
Yeah, and that nigga got serious real quick.
Yeah. He was like, oh, Alvida, boo, I beat a pirate captain, ha 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 ha. Then the next villain is Buggy, and he has a hard time with Buggy because he doesn't... It's like, oh, I can't just straight up beat you up. I can't just straight up, like Zoro... One of my favorite moments, Zoro slices the shit out of Buggy, and Buggy's like, ha, Jiju, stab himself. And it's like, damn, okay, this is a kind of serious threat. And the literal next person after Buggy...
Was it Don Krieg?
Don Krieg, thank you. I was trying to remember the dude from the Baratier. Don Krieg. Then after Don Krieg, you have Arlong. You have these progression of villains.
Wasn't it Captain Kuroutsuchi after fucking Don Krieg? The cat niggas?
No, because Nami left after the Baratier, remember?
Oh yes. To go to Arlong. That's right.
Yeah. So she went from... It went from Don Krieg to Arlong. Kuroutsuchi, I honestly don't even think he's that big of a villain. He just has like one really broken shitty power.
The most interesting thing about Kuroutsuchi is that we see him again in the anime for like a second. Like, and it's like, okay, this guy's still around. Why'd you show us that, Oda? Like, Like,
my thing is, the hype around him, the best strategist in One Piece, is relegated to being a butler for like 15 years. He couldn't think of a single better plan at all, other than that shit. Like, really?
I don't know what's good. I feel like Oda was supposed to do something more with him, but Oda was just like, fuck it.
Yeah, I feel I'm along the same mindset where it's like, okay, I don't even know. Like, Karasuchi makes me laugh because it's like, he's not strong. He's not
at all
durable. He's not durable. The most he has is like, yo, I got wild, crazy, big ass knives and I move mad fast. And it's like, okay, gear second. Like, what the fuck do you want me to say? Like, I feel like if Luffy went gear second, he'd just see Karasuchi walking, blindly swinging at shit.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this dude's just wild dumb.
And
pop in the face.
Since we're on the subject of speed, yo, this nigga Luffy, Gear 4 Snake Man. First of all, base Luffy right now can outrun explosions point blank, bro. I can't even imagine Gear 4 Snake Man, like how fast that shit is moving. I can't even, that shit is disgusting, bro. The fucking Black Mamba attack, which is essentially a Gatling of pythons, it's crazy. It's fucking crazy.
We also, one of my favorite moments in this whole fight between them so far has been Katakuri when he's like, oh, you're not really swinging like multiple arms, you're just swinging your arms while fast. Let me literally make multiple arms and swing them on you. I was like, that's disrespectful. Like,
yo, Katakuri is disgusting. Like, bro, like, if he gets defeated here, I'm gonna be kind of tight. I really am. I really hope it's like a draw or something, because like this, even in this fight, even in this chapter right now, when Luffy does the Black Mamba attack, he swerves that shit so sexily and fucking bodies him. So I'm just like, yo, Katakuri, even though Luffy has a crazy speed advantage over Katakuri, he's still sexing this nigga. He's still sexing him. I'm just like, yo, bro, I'm gonna be tight if Katakuri loses. I'm gonna be tight, son.
I mean, I hope he loses, because I want Luffy to earn this victory. If he doesn't, I'm not gonna be mad at all. I'm actually gonna be I'm happy either way. I'm glad in the position I'm in where I'm literally happy either way. The only thing is, what I honestly wish from this fight is that Luffy earns his victory, learns more things, and goes on. I've seen a lot of YouTubers talk shit about Luffy's characterization, and it's kind of blowing minds, where everyone's like, oh, how's Luffy not more serious after he saw Ace die? And it's like, Ace's death wasn't Luffy's fault. Like, if Luffy didn't interfere at all, Ace was gonna die, period.
Yep.
Like, he was gonna get killed by the Marines. Luffy should feel no guilt for that. Luffy felt guilt because he wasn't powerful enough to stop it. Ace had to save Luffy, and that was Ace's death. Ace died because Luffy was too weak, so Luffy trained with Rayleigh. And even if Luffy got serious, that would be so shitty for One Piece, where One Piece is mostly comedy, you know?
Pretty much. Like, it's only like moments like these where Luffy digs deep and like he has to overcome whatever the fuck he has to overcome. I mean, you know, it's just a whole thing. But to wrap it up with this chapter, I thought it was a pretty good. Again, it's a pretty straightforward chapter. It's just straight blows. And yeah, we got a break next week, so there's that.
Don't link my YouTube videos. What you could link though is my SoundCloud, because I actually spoke about this for like 20-something minutes on the train. It's probably horrible audio, but still.
Yes, I will definitely drop that. And what was your thoughts on this chapter overall, if you had to sum it up?
A solid like 8 out of 10, 4 out of 5. I mean,
yeah,
good, better than average.
I would agree with that.
It's hard to follow up last chapter. Like,
yo, bro, that shit was just hype city, son. That shit was hype city. I really do hope this arc ends, like, at least sometime past chapter 900, like 905. Like, come on, like this arc has to end. This arc has to fucking end.
Well, can we have Reverie begin on chapter 900? That'd be fantastic. End this arc on 899, Reverie begin on 900, and 900 just have Vegapunk pull up. Fucking Oda's been teasing Vegapunk for years, man.
I think it's fucking ridiculous that we're definitely past the halfway point in the story, but we've never actually seen Vegapunk at all. That we just we've been hearing about this nigga literally since forever, like since the start of the series. Like,
yeah, we saw a silhouette of him, I believe, when Caesar was talking about the past, a vague silhouette in a lab. The end. Frankie fucking goes to his damn near old hideout, like his old base, and trains there for years.
Yo, that shit got me. Yo, Oda gets me tight, son. Yo, Oda really does get me fucking tight. So, like, I'm definitely, like, I can't wait till this arc is over so we could just get a bunch of our boys together and really, really hash it out. Comment, like, subscribe, tell us what you guys thought about this chapter, and peace the fuck out.